Hello, hello. I am Kim with Abundant Life Tarot. We're doing a July month in review. And this is where I discuss how my month went. We go over some different items that I was loving, and then I ask what you were loving for, oh, I can't even talk, for the month of July. So join me, join me. Thank you for watching today. If you're joining me live, I so appreciate your company. And if you're watching on replay, I love, love, love that too. Thank you. All right. Hi, Tarot, Toke, and Witchery. Oh, I like that. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining. Thank you, thank you. So, wow, July. We're doing this July 31st. It has been a jam-packed, full month. How has it been for you all? Like, my very first guest came to visit my dear friend, and I'll talk more about that later, but she and I we go way back. We're 41 years old, and we've known each other since we were 12. So she flew from the States to here, and we spent a good chunk of this past week spending time together, and so that was wonderful. Actually, July was good overall. It was just really busy, really, really busy. Hi, Nina. Hi, thank you for joining me again. I appreciate you. Okay, so what I wanted to first do is just go briefly over what's coming up in August. I figure it's just easier for me to do it in a live session. And oh, do me a favor. Let me know if you can hear me okay and if you can see me okay. Because you know, I'm in the islands and it's like, well, and on one island, it's not multiple, but it can be a little sketchy on the connection. So let me see. Okay. Well, I'll just keep going. So first and foremost, I just want to continue to shout out the Hoodoo Tarot study. And a lot of the work has been done in the Facebook group. And I appreciate all of you who are still hanging in there and joining in when you can, probably when you first discovered the study, or probably when, we started way back in early June. So yay, we are now entering the 9th week. And it's 12 weeks primarily for those who started June 4th, like I did. And so we're nearing the end, and I'm going to continue to do videos on the majors, doing like comparisons, maybe trying out different tarot decks to do the comparison with the Hoodoo Tarot. Although to me, it's in its own kind of niche genre. I don't even know what you call it. Subset. I don't know what you would call it. That category, tarot deck category. I don't know. Thank you. I appreciate that. Good to know, guys, because sometimes I'm like, it gives me many heart attacks. I don't know why I get super upset because I was spoiled. I always say this. I was spoiled in the States, super fast internet and reliable for the most part. And so this is different. This is different for me. So the Hoodoo Tarot study, I'm super stoked about. There's more to come and engage with in that whole thing that we're doing. And I want people to know that it is evergreen, meaning that you can join at any point. You could join a year from now. You could be watching this video or some other video I've done, and you can join in at any point. It's not, yes, we have like our little inaugural group, like our little alumni. I always say that, like to compare it to school or something. But we're all tight, and it's just nice to see the transformations happening in people's lives, and the readings that are being done are displayed in the live session, or not live sessions, but in our Facebook kind of group. That's where we're interacting with each other the most. The readings always seem like they resonate for me too. Like it's just beautiful. I can't even say enough. So Anyways, September, though, we will be voting for a new tarot deck to explore. So I've got to get that together. So it'll be sometime in September after the Hoodoo Tarot study wraps up. So I'm excited about that too. This has been wonderful, but there's been a lot coming up, and I've already am going through a big transformation of moving to a new country, and that in and of itself is just like sometimes in your face a lot. Everything's different. You're constantly confronted with things that can make you uncomfortable for a while till you get used to it, right? But so does the Hoodoo Tarot study work. Like, so it's just like, oh, am I ready for all of this? And so far for me, it's been wonderful. It's been helping me to evolve in magnificent ways. Cool. All right, so let's carry on. What else? Check out. Oh! I did a podcast. I was interviewed on Tarot Bites by Teresa Reed. She has a wonderful podcast, and check that out. I'll be sure to put links and all the things that I'm discussing later today. So if you're curious, I know it's kind of a pain. I didn't update the, what do you call it? The little description box yet. So my apologies, but I will. I already have my list of things. Tarot Bites. So I talk about jumpers and my philosophy of only working with jumpers, even for client readings. So it's a fun, quick discussion interview that we had over there. And yeah, I was like, oh, wow. It's just so nice to know that I'm not the only one. And that's what people were saying. It was reassuring to them that they felt the call to work only with jumpers. When you shuffle the deck to a question or to something you're pondering, and you only work with the cards that jump out of the deck. That's my thing. Yes, it can make a reading longer, but I don't care. It is my process and it works for me. So that's that. So let's see, check that out. I'm doing readings, and I have an Etsy shop, Abundant Life Shop. And I also have a website, abundantlifetarot.com. So if you're interested in video readings or live Zoom sessions, check out my offerings. There you go. I've already started working on my lectures or discussions that we're having for the course, the free course on my website, Choosing Your Next Deck, Curating Your Collection. And so we have about, 3 or 4 more lectures, discussions that we'll be doing, and you will be seeing more information this coming month. So I'm excited about that. It's a free course. Many of you know that I'm a big proponent of just being much more mindful in your collecting habits, and to help people who are just starting their collection to have, if they're like me, if you're like me, you want like something to help you, especially if you are someone who has the means, but maybe you shouldn't be just buying up all the decks for a variety of reasons. It's nice to know your collecting style, and it's okay to have a style. It's okay to have a collection, but it's also, to me, a much better experience when it's mindful starting out. If I could help one person in their journey of collecting decks, that's what I'm hoping for them for this course on my website. And more lives are coming. So I like lives. I like to just sit here and chat with you guys. And yeah. So that's it for updates. Now let's move into our month in review stuff. So let me get ready here. Oh, I'm going to hide that. So we're now in the month in review for July. Social media. I always like to start my monthly reviews with the YouTube channels or videos that I watched a lot. Sometimes I'll just simply go to my history and see what it is that I watched in that month. And just, oh my gosh, I hear a doorbell. Okay, somebody got it. I'm like, oh, it's my husband's friend. They're loud. So, warning. Anyways, but social media was touch and go for me. And actually, I ended up watching, I think, this channel called Murder and Makeup with Brittany Vaughn. And like, she's just putting on her glorious makeup and telling these tales of like mass murder, serial killers, like all of this craziness. But as she's putting on her makeup, and it's like, I don't know, I love it. So I found a whole new YouTube genre or niche that I've fallen in love with. Imagine that. So, yeah. But I did want to mention that just yesterday I watched Peekaboo Rose's video, and I'm looking down at my notes if you see me looking down. But she did a video called Deck Collecting and Compulsive Consumption. And it was really good. It was like, I just had so many moments of relating to what she was saying, and she made me laugh. And she also had two channels mentioned in her video. So I'm going to try to be able to check out today. I watched her video yesterday, which is still July. And now I'm going to check out the other two channels that she mentioned in her description box. I think, oh, I wrote it down. Let's see it. Hazel Jane Tarot and Mixtress Ray. So I'm here for that because I don't have any regrets. The decks that I have for the most part are ones that I do love. And I have a big collection. I mean, it's not super large, I suppose, in the grand scheme of things and the people I know with decks, but it's large, and it will be pared down. I'm very confident in my ability to do that, and it's still gonna be a large collection. It's probably gonna still be like 100 decks because I love them, like I love clothes. No, let's see what's going on. Okay, all right. So what else? What else? So that's YouTube, and that's what I've been up to. I've been kind of taking a break because I've been heavily involved in Facebook with the Facebook group. And honestly, that's the only thing I'm really checking for. Like, I get overwhelmed looking at my regular Facebook page or whatever you call it, the one that you probably started out with, the original one, your personal page. I get overwhelmed because I have a lot of friends and family, and sometimes I just cannot, just with the barrage of things going on, it is too much. So I just kind of had to jump into content that just kind of took me away. And that was Brittany Vaughn. I just adore that channel so much, so much. She's a sweet lady. But I love how she tells stories about unfortunate demises. We'll just say that. We'll just call it that. Okay, so that's YouTube. Random. I have a random section for what I was loving in July, and that was tarot bags. So, yes, I don't buy as many tarot bags anymore. Okay, I don't really buy a lot, but I do, if that makes any sense. So I don't buy a lot of tarot decks or oracle decks anymore. True. And I used to buy a lot more tarot bags because I was buying a lot more decks. True. And now I don't really buy decks at all. And what I've been doing is dressing up my tarot and oracle decks with new covers because there's a variety of reasons. Listen to me, I'm such a little like over explainer, but I I fell in love with them. They're easy to ship here. They're cheaper to ship here because they're just fabric. Okay, they're just fabric. Whereas decks, it's very heavy. So I like that that has happened in my collection. It gave me a forced pause on the decks, but not so much on their little dressings. Okay, so I end up getting this tarot bag, and I'll be putting the names of the shops that I purchased my tarot bags from in the description box. So this is for, show you. This is for my Afro Tarot. The light is gonna get it. It's like I have to take it out of the bag so I can really show you. Okay. It's so dark. You know, it's got moons on it. It's really cute. It's got a little, it's really cute. It's got a little button. So, and it goes perfectly with my Afro Tarot. Lighting is bad in here. Oh, so that's an update on my home build. So I've been preoccupied with home build, getting acclimated to a new environment, and just dealing with a lot of people contact with clients, which I'm blessed, you know, to have clients, but with just people and people having to deal with the house build. But hopefully in the next like month and a half, I'll be moving into my office space where I'll have the lighting set up like I need it to be, where I don't have to move it around because I'm sharing a room. You know what I mean? It's just a pain. That's why lives are great for me, because I'm just like, look, I kind of just set up where I can, but this ain't gonna work much longer. It's just not. It's just not. So, anyways, tarot bags is what I was showing you guys. So sometimes for my larger decks, I end up ordering like these little silk brocade bags. I like them. This is for my This Might Hurt. It's got a little pop of blue. So I may not be buying decks, but I have been buying cloth bags. It's with reason. I had to leave a lot of the boxes in my old hometown, or my hometown, not old. I had to leave a lot of the boxes, and the cloths were just a temporary thing. I need to be able to know which decks I'm trying to grab to work with for a client reading. I don't have time to be going through and guessing. So bags give me an individual knowing of what's in it. I know this is my This Might Hurt tarot. I know this is my Afro tarot. I always forget the name of it, the name of the deck, but I know what it is. I know it's, I love this deck. So let me show you some other bags. The lighting's bag. So there's another one. It's like super pretty. It's like, I don't know, gray, lavender with like gold stars. I hate the lighting. Okay. So this is for my Oracle of Essences. Let's see if that goes in there. Because I have to kind of coordinate the bags with the decks. So it's just this whole thing. So whatever. I'm going to slow down. I have one more shipment up from this seller who creates these little ones like this coming in, and then that's it. No more for me. Because then I have all the covers of the decks I'm actively using in rotation. Like this is my Herb Crafter's Tarot. Another brocade. It's pretty. Kind of like a little fanciness for my tarot decks. So anyways, oh, I have more. There's more. I had to get some of this. Is for my Oracle of Oddities. All three of the Oracle of Oddities decks. So if I do this, and they do stand, you wouldn't think they would stand up like in a shelf, but they do. And my Oracle of Oddities. Did I show you guys? The green to pop against that purple and white. And then this holds my Light Seers Mass Market because I've kind of banged. Oh, no, it doesn't. I switched them last night after a reading. It normally holds my Light Seers. I was like, you're not Light Seers. This is my Career and Money Oracle. It's 100 cards. And I accidentally switched last night. I was tired. I did a reading, a long one too. And I was like, I just threw out everything in the bags because why? I can't just leave them out like if I had an office space, a dedicated office space. I'm not complaining, guys. So actually, this bag goes for my Career and Money Oracle. And I use this a lot for client readings. Oh, that reminds me. Next week I'm doing a live. I'm doing a live. And why is this not working? Oh, there we go. I'm doing a live on what decks I use in professional love readings. And I do use just like these decks on a continuous basis because they deliver. Many of them are ones I created for myself, but you can use that as inspiration on your own decks that maybe you create for yourself if you're ever interested, or you will know what kind of cards that really elicit powerful readings. I know I'm saying a lot, and you'll see what I mean next week. I think it's August 5th that I scheduled that live. So I do read on hotlines, and I do have a private practice where clients reach out through my my Etsy shop or my website to book readings. And then I work the hotlines. So I'll be discussing what decks that I use time and time again. And I think in the future, I will do like a follow-up live because I did do a video on what decks I use for career, money, life purpose readings. But that might have even changed since, probably not by much. But I'll do a live so we can have a discussion about it and why I use these decks and for what types of readings. Um, yeah, so yeah, it's already scheduled. I got you guys. It's already scheduled, so that'll be fun because for me, I just find it helpful when I'm looking at YouTube. It's helpful to know what decks that people are, engaging with when they're doing client readings. Do I always use the popular decks that other hotline readers are using? No. Are they using mine? No. But some people are. And I'll say, oh, I have that deck and I see how that person's using the deck in that particular reading. And that could probably work in my practice. So I don't really watch as much content anymore about new decks out there. Like I'm always surprised about the decks that are coming out because I don't pay attention anymore. I'm now looking at content on either curating a collection or I'm looking at content on the actual business of doing readings or the actual nuts and bolts of the practice of readings. Taking it from 101, when you're in college or whatever, they're like tarot readings 101, and now you're going to the next level, 201 or whatever. Going up, you're ascending, you're needing some more meat to the content of what you're watching. I don't know. That's where I'm at. Let me see. Hi, Kim Moon Whisper. Good to see you again. Thank you for joining. I do actually enjoy hotline readings. It's not for everyone. Okay, it's not. Is it for me all the time? No. Sometimes I take straight up breaks because if I'm busy in my private practice with my own private clients, or if I'm busy in life with the house build or with just life, then I back off the hotlines for a bit. And I did that. And they'll send like little nudges like, oh, a client wants you to come back. And I'm like, I'm gonna come back. But when I'm on, I'm on. Like after I'm done with the live today, I'm going to do hotlines. I enjoy it. You can start to build a clientele there too. It does help me, I think, to be a better reader overall, to be concise. to get to the heart of the matter with what they're asking and what they're really after, to trusting your instincts and your intuition, like on a more quicker basis. And it builds my confidence, and it affirms for me, oh, I am a damn good reader. And I enjoy it. I enjoy the more quicker pace. My private client practice, I have a whole process that I do for each client that's totally different than what I'm doing on hotline. So I like the variety of the doing the two different types of readings. And I love the flexibility. I love that I can be on, take my hotline calls, and then be off. And it's, it, there's some better hotlines than others. I can't divulge the ones that I've worked for, but I can always, like, if someone I have a question from you, can DM me or you can email me, like, if you're thinking about a particular hotline, one of my thoughts, and I can also recommend some resources for you, because it's been nice. I like hotlines. All that to say, I like hotlines a lot. But some readers are like, I do not want to deal with all that. There's a certain kind of, you got to set your prices right too on hotlines, because there's a certain clientele that just will ask the same kind of questions. And those questions tend to be of the variety of, is this person thinking about me? Will they leave their significant other? And you're like, and I am a reader who really tries to suspend judgment. They're coming to me with a question, and I will provide an answer, provided it's not breaking any terms of service on the hotline or any personal ethical readings that I have, that I personally have. I'm going to do the reading. Like, some people are like, oh, I don't do third-party readings. I do. And I'm not ashamed to say it. I do. I have a gift for that. And so I do. So, but then there's certain things I won't read for. Don't ask me about death or things of that nature. I'm not interested in that, in doing readings surrounding those kind of questions. Yeah. Hi, Jessica. Thank you for joining. I started looking into hotlines and become super overwhelmed. Yeah. Are you overwhelmed? And maybe you followed up here, but are you overwhelmed about the multitude of, or like how many there are out there of hotlines, or just like the sheer kind of work or the type of work? Because there are different ways of being overwhelmed by hotlines. I will admit, but there are also ways to overcome that. And I need to share, her name is Christina Quick. She has a channel. I want to say it's The Profitable Psychic is her course, but she has a great Facebook group about psychic hotlines. She broke down from all the hotlines, whatever one that's out there. She's got like folders, or like, what do you call it, like little categories for each hotline, so you can gain some insights there. And people are very giving in like their experiences, which for the most part are positive. I really enjoy the hotlines that I work for. I feel like they have treated me well, and there you go. That was my thing when I try hotline readings, all the third party. Yes, right? Like, I get it. It's not for everybody. That's fine. And I understand why. But for me, I was like, no. And I know other readers who do third party readings, or so-called third party readings. And I was like, doesn't feel bad or wrong to me. Like I get certain questions. No, don't get me wrong. Certain questions are like kind of off limits in terms of like, or if you're, I don't know, it can become a little hairy. So you have to have your own personal like boundaries, but just to be like, oh, well, asking about how a guy is feeling about you, like, well, you're trying to seek in his insights. But am I really? This is concerning the querent. I don't know. I don't know. Or how your boss is, relating to you right now. I don't, or, you could probably go another, so maybe not your boss, but yeah, if you're starting to get into your boss's why for this business and that business, I don't know. You just have to have your own personal boundary. For me, it's not a hard and fast rule. I just know, okay, there's certain questions I'm not going to go down that line. But third parties all day. No. Yeah, it can be overwhelming for sure. Yes, there's a lot of different information, and I just, you know what I did? Like, I just straight up asked my cards. That just was like, how are we going to work out this hotline in myself? How's the relation? How I'm going to feel about this relationship a year from now, or some way that you can kind of gauge timing of sorts with your, like, so you're like, how would I feel 6 months from now if I'm working consistently on this hotline? Some things to consider though is some hotlines have a mandatory, like they want you to do 15 to 20 hours a week. So that's not going to work for my life right now. So that for me just eliminated a whole bunch of hotlines that I'm just not going to be able to work for, because I cannot make that commitment. Some weeks, yeah, I might be able to commit to 15 hours, but often not. Often I'm busy with my own personal clients, so I can't. But as long as I have a presence on those hotlines, it's been good. And I keep up my ratings, my 5-star ratings. It's been great. Actually, I have repeat hotline clients. And for me, that's ideal. They're waiting for me to come online to do their readings for them. And then they know I'm going to be gone for a little bit. So then they I don't know. So that, like, you have to think about what's important to you too, in terms of if you're seeking out new hotlines to work. You want flexibility in your schedule. That's important. It was important for me. It may not be for you, but how do you wish to deliver your hotline readings? Now, it's not just phone calls, although that's my favorite. I love phone calls for hotlines. That's my absolute favorite, because we can hear each other, and they can hear me. I can hear them. They can ask their follow-up questions quickly. There's people who prefer chat hotline interactions. I don't prefer it. I think the people, it's like different clientele kind of gravitates towards different types of like deliveries. There's video. There's like where you can do like a recorded video or live. And I feel like I'm missing one. But anyways, there's different ways to deliver your uh, hotline work. And what do you feel comfortable with? I encourage people to try all the different methods if they can, to find which one works for them. Some days I only want to do phone calls because I don't feel like dressing up. I just want to roll out of my bed and do hotline work. So I might do chat, not my favorite, but I can always do the calls. Some days I'm feeling great. I've just recorded a YouTube video, so I'm all dressed up. I'm ready to go. Let's do some video. Let's do some live where we can interact face to face. I like to actually interact with them either via video or voice or live versus chat and email. So, but that was after many readings of trying to figure out which one works best for me. So yeah. Oh, Nina, thank you for joining. Yes. Would you consider covering some good ways to market myself as a tarot reader? Sure, I will. That's a great idea. I need to start asking you guys, what what kind of content would you like to see? And that's a great one. Yeah, mine won't be a super long. I don't think it's going to be super long. It's probably just going to be me talking about it and what I've been doing. I could stand to probably like amp it up, but I'm happy with what's been coming through my door without me having to advertise much. So thank you, Spirit. Thanks, Nina, for joining. Okay, so I stopped at the damn covers. This is from my Antique Anatomy. Sorry for the bad light, guys. It's super cute. It's got this little suede situation going on. And that one I really love. I love the Antique Anatomy Tarot. I really do. I really freaking do. Okay. I think I covered all the covers. Moving on. Books. I mentioned it, I think, last month. Conjure Women, which is fiction. And I am going to, oh, this is so cute. I'm going to just talk about it. I had a screen image to show you guys Conjure Women. I guess I could share. Let's see. Hold on. I have to get it all together, I think. I want to show you the cover because it's really cute. Let's see. Window. There we go. So, Conjure Women by Afia Atakora. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. This is an amazing, amazing book. And I am interested in just, maybe in the Facebook group, just having a thread or a conversation, or I don't know, maybe even a live session, like where you can do rooms. I think you can do on the Facebook groups, or those who read the book can discuss it. We've even started in one thread in the Facebook group talking about the different Hoodoo Tarot characters and how they show up for characters in this book. It's magical. Even this cover, if as you read the book, you'll understand why this is important. This is actually a doll. That's all I'm going to say. And there's two folks depicted here. So yeah, love that. Let me go back. Conjure Women. So I'm almost done with it. I have probably about 70 more pages, and I'm hoping to finish it this coming week. Because my friend came, I had to prepare for that. I had to do as many client readings as I could before she came, and then just getting the place ready for her. And you're going to probably be seeing some shorts. The little videos that YouTube has, folks are making now. And so there will be little shorts of our little time together. And yeah, anyways. Well, actually, it's more of me just walking in the oppressive heat. So there's that. Conjure Women. So let me know if you've read that book in the comments, if you're watching this on replay or if you all in the live. It's a great book. And it's about the turn. So following the Civil War, right before the emancipation of slaves. So there's this time period in history, and I think I've already forgot. See, I need to get back to reading the book. I want to say, did it take place in Tennessee? Someone help me. Anyways, there's a woman who has a daughter, and they're from a line of conjure women. And I'm not going to go too much into it because I might just do a video and like a book kind of review. And I rarely do those. I'm not really into doing book reviews or what have you. But I love that book so much. I highly recommend it. We'll see how I feel about the ending, though. That can always change. All right. I did. It was too short. It was so short. She brought her daughter, her 6-year-old daughter, who's super cute. And we had a great time. It was so good to see her. And yeah. And she brought me, did I have it here? Well, I did an unboxing of it. She brought me this, the Earthcraft Oracle. So that was really sweet. She came bearing lots of gifts, and that was one of them. Okay. Next up is crystals. I was really into citrine. So I just got this citrine ring. Here it is in stone form. And this one doesn't look as bright as like this one, but it is citrine. It's just not as bright. And I've really been into that particular stone. And what I'll do is I think I have a video of discussing citrine that I might link for time's sake. I'm just going to go on to the decks. But this is an uplifting crystal that brings about prosperity. They call it the merchant stone. And it's a cool little bit to have on you, for abundance. And not just prosperity and money, but overall abundance of life. So, all right, oracles for July. Let's talk about it. So roots and wings in a 10, like in the 10. Okay, so this is the mini oracle deck. It's 63 cards, it has a booklet, and it also has, oh my God, you guys, and one thing I have to show you as I'm showing you this one. There's one other favorite that I'm very happy about. So here's the backs. So any of you have the Roots and Wings Oracle, whether it's the full-size one or not, or like the mini one. I take it everywhere I go. God, this lighting. Let me see if I can turn that. Can you get brighter? Probably not. Okay, that's crafty. I took it when I was hanging out with my friend. You just drop it into, bring it back. You drop it into your bag. It gets beat up, as you can tell from my tin. But the deck stays safe. And it comes with this little, she includes like this little cloth that I just throw over my lap or on the grass, and then use this little deck. Here's Father. It's so charming. It goes with multiple decks, multiple tarot decks. I'm one of those people that likes to mix the cards, do a combo situation between tarot and oracle. So yeah, I was using this a lot. Right. Isn't it sweet? Oh my gosh. Seasons. What is this? Storm. Bring it back. Get the light. I should have closed the curtains. The bright. This is manifestation. I'm going to show you one more. Isn't that sweet? Mystery. And I've done an unboxing of I think I had the first edition of the mini, and then I gave that to a friend because I wanted this edition. I think this is like the third edition in a 10, because it had all 63 cards that were found in the original, like full-size oracle deck. But I wanted it in a 10 because I wanted to I needed a traveling oracle deck. I needed a deck that came in a 10 or small enough to go into a 10. And this one, plus I think my Mildred Payne can fit in there too. But I usually just grab this one. So universal. Okay, one more. I keep saying I'm going to stop, but one more release. So I'll try to remember to add links to the like unboxings or any videos I did related to this deck. It's really special. It traveled with me when I came down here. It always travels with me. Even when I was in the States, it was just like, because it's in a 10, It makes it, okay, so you have the regular size, Kim. That's cool. I wanted the regular size, but I was like, no. I was in the market for a small 10 size oracle deck because I have the Sun and Moon tarot in a 10, and I have the White Sage tarot in a 10. So I wanted to have that. I wanted an oracle deck to be able to go with them. Okay, so that's my first oracle. I like to do 3 of these. So the next oracle, have it in the bag. It's the Oracle of Echoes. I think the most recent edition has been, is it second edition? I'm not sure. I know this is the first edition. I'm not quite sure what edition she's on now. I heard that she's have a new release, and this new release that she has out, Anatarian creator, artist, has additional cards. So I'm pretty sure I did an unboxing of this deck. Okay, this is Look Within. Back it up. Back it up. The lighting. Depression. I did a spell earlier this month, and when I do spell work, or a particular spell that I do, I use this deck in conjunction with the Bonestone, but we'll talk about that in a moment. That's Awakened Inner Force. I love Anatarian's art, self-sabotage. And she's quite intuitive herself, and that just feels like it's infused in the cards. It's quite beautiful, actually. I don't have the Tarot of the Abyss yet, but I think what I'll do is give that to myself when I go back to the States. It's not impossible to get decks here. It's just, I don't know. I'm going to wait. Home. That's cute. So that's the Oracle of Echoes. I keep it in here. This is this little bag. A little button. See? Because, I have to coordinate. I have to coordinate my Oracle and Tarot with their little bags. So there's that. So that's that. And then the last one we talked about, I'm just going to show the box, and then we're going to move straight away to the tarot, because I know I talked about this deck last month, and I did a live for its unboxing, and that is the Memento Mori Oracle. Let me show you. Okay, this deck by Claire Goodchild is amazing. Okay, I've been using it with the Hoodoo Tarot. It's one I like to have different oracle decks that I work with when I'm working with the Hoodoo Tarot, and this is one of them. And the messages are just so clear. I just love this deck. Just love it. I'm just gonna show a couple. Just a couple. Here's the backs, and she has a little guidebook. Here's the little guidebook. It's part Lenormand. So the first 36 cards is the Lenormand. And then it's part that's syringe. And then the rest is Oracle. And what is it? 80, does it say? I don't know. I want to say it's 86 cards or something. I don't know. It's a lot of cards. It's a lot. But I like it. I like Oracle decks. They're a lot. I don't know. Makes it fun for me, the reader. Let's see. Grave. So check out its walkthrough that we did, unboxing and walkthrough, maybe a month or two ago. I'll try to put the link. I'm going to put the link in the description box. Because I did a walkthrough. It was a favorite of mine, and it's still a favorite as of July. All right. Let's move on to tarot. Let's talk about tarot. So I also talked about this one. I already have it in a little bag. She's already got a new bag for herself. So that's the Good Karma Tarot. This is very new to my collection. I knew I wanted it for a while. It was on my wish list. I did a recent, did I do an unboxing? I think I just did an unboxing video, not a live. Very recent, probably my most recent unboxing, save for that Earthcraft Oracle. So here's the backs. Let me just tell you, I've been using this deck all over the place. I've even started dabbling using it in client readings. And it brings it. Like, there was a question, I'm trying to remember the question. I was like, ooh, it straight told me, oh, I know what it was. I was struggling with, the boundaries thing. So I've been also finishing up that book, The Boundaries Boss. I think her name is Carrie Cole is the author, and I'll put the name of the book in the description. And one of the biggest takeaways was that I always feel the need to just say yes to everything. Yes, yes, yes. Even when I'm like, actually, I'm super busy, I'm super sleepy and tired. So I've now learned the art this past month of, and this deck kind of gave me like words I needed or messages I needed to hear around that. But it was basically, it's okay to just say, you know what, let me check my schedule, or let me pause on that, let me get back to you on that. And I don't have to agree to everything. I can pause and give myself space to say, okay, do I really feel like doing that? Do I have the time? What is my schedule really looking like? You know, and I do have a planner, it's in my lap. So it's not like I don't have the tools. I know all this stuff logically, but then when a friend is like, oh, I really want to hang out with you, let's do this or that, and I know that that's going to turn into an all-day affair, and I know I'm busy, well, I have to start to draw some lines. So this deck called me out on some of that. And I love the Boundary Boss. It's actually kind of it's not just a quick read through. She has exercises in there that she wants you to do. So I've been doing them in conjunction with the Hoodoo Tarot study work. So you can imagine it's just been quite affronting this past month. It's been good. Just love this deck. So, and I did a reading for my best friend with this deck. And it's quite sweet. I knew it was. I know it's a deck for beginners. I didn't really care about that. I did not care about that because you just know. Sometimes you just know a good reading deck when you see it. I love this particular Page of Wands. He's cooking. He's cooking up something. And Two of Swords. So there's that. Let me hurry, guys, because I know I've been keeping you. It's been a long afternoon. For me, it's 2:38. It's 2:30, and it's got a great guidebook. So I'm quite pleased and grateful that this is a deck that's been working out. And this is why I'm like, I really like where my collection is at. Oh, this is what I was going to show you. So it gets really hot here, and I can't always have a fan on when I'm recording videos. So I have a fan. My husband's like, you are so extra. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. It gets really hot. It's super large and obnoxious. And I ordered a second one that actually has the traditional tarot Rider-Waite-Smith tarot cards like in here. I'm still recording. No. So this was going to be one of my random talk abouts. It has saved the day. Yes, my family and friends think I'm obnoxious with the clacking sound. But it brings me great joy. It's quite satisfying. So I had to tell you guys that. I had to show you. I had to show you because it's ridiculous and I love it. All right, so let's see. The next one I already talked about, which is the bone stone is in here. I keep the bone stone in this cute little bag. Bone stone goes in there. Can't wait to get to the States so I can get the box and book back. Because I need it all together, you know, it just feels, but this bag makes up for it. I like my little bag. It's cute. Suede and everything. All right, so like I said, I use this deck for a specific, like when I'm doing readings around a particular spell that I'm going to do or that I'm doing, I felt called to use the Bonestone and Earth Flesh for that. And so I have it here with me. It traveled with me. It is gorgeous. This lighting, this crappy lighting is not doing it any justice. It has gold gilding, which some people are a fan of, some people are not. You know, if it didn't have it, I'd be cool. If it has it, I like it. It's really, you know, I haven't banged it up too much considering I've used this deck a few times. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's the Empress. Anatarian's artwork. My God. That's why it's going to be a treat to get the Tarot of the Abyss, but I'm going to, you know, I got the Good Karma Tarot. I need to slow my roll. Slow my roll. This is the Two of Cups. So pretty. Bring it. Bring it back. Let's see the backs. I like the backs a lot. This is the Knight of Swords. Okay. I've done videos on the Bonestone, so there's that. You can check those out. I'm pretty sure I did an unboxing. I also did a reflections video, and it's quite special to me. I really do. I'm very grateful to have it in my collection. I am. And it does deliver in readings. And I just choose to use it for more of my magical kind of readings. But it works beautifully with readings that are just about everyday questions. I just choose to baby it because it does have gold gilding. And I just want to baby it. So I save it for special occasion readings. It's going back in this little bag. All right, and finally, last but not least, in a new bag, but of course, you guys, I have a problem. Like, I have a problem. No, seriously, there's a method to the madness, as a friend told me. There's a method. And that is, I had certain decks I need to be able to see what they are. We talked about this. So this is my Dreamkeeper's Tarot. And I wanted it in something like this. Oh my gosh, why are they so loud? I can't show you. This is the indie version of the Dreamkeeper's Tarot. I know that the US Games has the has a mass market. I didn't get it because I was like, I'm not using this one very much, and I don't need to add the mass market to my collection in hopes of using it more. Let's just use the one I have. So I dressed it up with a new tarot bag and I started using it, and I actually enjoy the readings. I love this kind of surreal, God, the lighting. I love the surreal art style, you know, where it's just like magical, whimsical. You're like almost in a dream kind of situation with the art. This is the, what is it? Eight of Wands. It's Roman numerals. Like I look at it, you can tell it's the Eight of Wands. Let's see, I'll show you some other ones. Here's the Queen. Queen of Wands. Ace of Swords. That's so pretty. Okay, let's see. Page of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. The card and this lighting is not cooperating with me. And finally, 10 of Cups. Oh, I got to show you Justice, though. I have to show you Justice. Okay. And I'll stop. Here's Justice. So, yeah. Me and this deck. This, I think, inspired me. This is the Magician, the Creatrix. This inspired me to go looking for a bag for it because I think I had it in some like bag, you know, the little velvet ones you can get on Amazon. I had it in that, and I just wasn't inspired to grab for it because I didn't. It just feels like this deck needs to be in a more proper tarot bag. So I got that and I started using it, and it's been wonderful, and I'm going to continue to use it. And that's why I'm going to shrink my collection a bit more, and then just really be able to enjoy the decks that I am really vibing with. So I did a lot of rambling, guys. I'm sorry. um, yes. Ah, I can't remember what it was. Is it the fan? Like I hope you're referring to the fan. So yeah, that's it. That's it, guys. That's what I've been loving in July. July was amazing. I had a great time this past month, and let me know in the comments what did you enjoy? What were some of the decks that you guys were loving before I let you guys go? Did you have any decks you really vibed with? Crystals that really uh, just blew your mind, or maybe you were gifted a crystal or a deck, or maybe you treated yourself to something, or maybe you reconnected with a deck that you hadn't connected with in a long time. I want to hear from you. Let me know, because it's not just about me rambling all day about what I'm into. This is a lot, but I actually track this stuff because you guys know I'm a tracker. So I write down in my planner what decks, what things I was loving, and I go look back at videos that I watch. I'm one of those people. One of those people. So share, share, share. I appreciate all of you. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch my videos, join me in the lives, liking the videos and subscribing. And you guys are the best. You really are. It's so much fun always getting together with you guys and sharing with you. And you just being so kind. I'm a little wacky at times. So um, this is fun for me. Talking cards, talking readings, talking the reading biz and life and all that good stuff. So let's see what's coming up for August. I'm excited to see how that plays out. And yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. And I'll see you around. There's going to be an unboxing probably published sometime later today of the Earthcraft Oracle. So check that out. All right, guys. Much love, many blessings to all of you. And I'll see you all around.